Hello and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic World Building series. It's gonna be a time lapse. We're gonna do a lot of stuff into this one. In this one, if you learn how to speak English, but hey ho. Beggars can be choosers. Right, so two things I wanted to do in this episode. We're gonna do a time lapse about that. First, let's check some of the messages. I am slightly worried about finances because we are using a lot of steel. So if we have any financial issues, I will go for loans, really short loans. Issues that I think we are facing now with all the workforce in the world that we need is the crop shortage. So we are not producing any beers anymore, which is absolute catastrophe for our republic because beers. What are we gonna do now in this episode? I will create another farm, relatively parallel to this one. Now I didn't follow up how they're coping with all the planting and harvesting. If this is going well, I'm probably gonna notice this in time. Unfortunately for now, I don't know if our setup of the farm is perfect. I would say it is. I mean, usually, like, how can we not be perfect? But just to be on a safe... Son of a gun! 3 division! Fix stuff. How can you click through the window? I mean, like, that even Bill Gates can't do that. Right, anyway. So, one plan is to build a farm here. I'm gonna do for similar setup. I'm thinking like first couple of lines of fields, and then some smaller fields further in the back here. So like big fields with a farm, and then smaller fields here. Bring electricity hoses over here so we can power the potential fueling station and this kind of stuff. So that's gonna be done over here. That shouldn't take too long time. The second thing is gonna be actually quite interesting. The second thing is gonna be we're gonna start producing our own steel. Okay, now for you saying, oh, how you don't even have iron and all, fine. Even with the worst rules in this game, which I think are absolutely appalling, like Cosmonaut and stuff, you can import stuff to produce it for your own domestic consumption. So I will not export steel, I will export everything else, but not steel. We're gonna be using it for ourselves. Okay, let's discuss this real quickly. What am I planning to do? I did a little bit of a research, and this is the steel mills that we have. There's a lot of steel mills here. I mean, like, more steel mills than one should have, but hey ho. Couple of them, you guys are gonna be, you will make your skin crawl, like this small steel mill and stuff, because they are, you know, some of you guys don't like this small stuff. But first, how you should approach this? Let's go with speeding this up. I on the finances, because I think we lost a steel train. Oh, we didn't. Okay, the steel train. I thought that he went out to import steel. Anyway. So let's go with the finances and what are we importing first? This year, Soviet bloc, we imported 770 tons of steel. Last year, we imported 1,026 tons of steel. Now, bear in mind, I have the biggest construction projects that I ever had in any series. Like, I planned enormous amounts of stuff, and now heating and water and all this stuff, guess what, requires a lot of steel. So I expect this 1,026 tons of steel from last year to be at least 1,500 tons of steel this year. This is just my prediction, I don't know, but I'm assuming so, and I think assumption is not mother of all F-ups. Wait, didn't we have more steel trains? Okay. Still have a bad feeling about this. Okay, we're importing. No, nothing. Look at this railroad here. I love this railroad. Railroads are the best. Okay, what are you importing? One train importing electronics. I think I thought I'd put it as, hey, you need to wait, but looks like I didn't. Sorry, you need to have 3 wagons. Let's go for 3. These small trains are just look ridiculous. Okay, coffee time for Oolykee. Now, if you don't have it by now, you really need to get yourself a bucket of coffee. Hot one, preferably. And by the way, all these guys are now working on the roads that we just started, and they're gonna be doing way more roads than this. Okay, so let's start a time lapse. Oh no, wait, I didn't finish talking about the steel mills. Real quickly, steel mills that we have here. We have vanilla one, produces 43 tons of steel. Now if you multiply this is maximum production, of course, you'll never have this, but let's say that we're gonna run it at 25%, that would be, let's say, 10 tons of steel per day. This big steel mill, even if you take it 10 tons per day, it will produce 3,600 tons of steel. This is way more than we need for now. And this steel mill that we're producing at the moment is, how are we gonna call it? It's just smaller. It's just smaller. Well, actually, we're gonna talk about the steel mills. Now, blast furnace, this is not a bad one, 30 tons of steel, but it requires oil, coal, iron, and it gives you gravel as well. I think we have sideways still way too much production of gravel, and also this is really expensive, more expensive than vanilla one, so I'm not going for this. Next one, we have the converter plant that requires oil, iron, coal, and costs 3 times more than the vanilla one, so I'm not going for that. We have coal fuel steel plant, 3.2 tons of steel, but it's quite expensive. 3.2 tons of steel would be more or less what we are consuming at the moment. It's small, and I'm not really sure if you guys would approve of this, but let's move further. Steel plant, 12 tons of steel, requires coal and iron. Now this is not bad, this is something that I actually considered, but we're gonna go for something different. So this is 12 tons of steel, that would be 3,600 when working on maximum capacity. By the way, I'm considering building it here because I'm gonna need railroad for this, but yeah, just a heads up. We have electro steel mill. This is 18 tons of steel, but it costs 700,000 rubles. That's like really expensive. This is the one that I want to go for, but let's skip it. Electric arc furnace steel mill. This is, I think this is top process, and it has like 3 million rubles it costs. This is way too expensive. And then we have oil fueled steel plant, 3.2 tons of steel. This is again something that would be fitting for us at the moment, but I think I don't want to play with this. We need coal, iron, and let's make steel. These are the things we need. Okay. Next stuff that we're gonna do is I'm gonna go for this steel mill. Actually, let's rethink this. I'm gonna rethink it now because I'm thinking, if I'm planning this well, first of all, this steel is decent enough for us for the early to medium start part of the game. The second steel mill I'm considering is this coal-fueled steel plant. Now this one is really not bad, because with this one we can get exactly what we need. Whoa, is that the one that I was talking about? I thought it was different. Oh no, it was this one. Steel mill, coal-fueled steel plant. Yeah, I was talking about this one. Now this one is interesting as well. This one here would create 3,000 tons of steel. It's coal based, so we can deliver all the coal that we need. Import is low, and this is something tricky. Yeah, this one doesn't have railroads connected to it. This was I was hoping to build this one and then have trains without any additional storage, and just have trains deliver stuff. And I'm pretty sure I will go for this one. But anyway, let me just turn this off because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start building stuff. Whoa, here we go. The year of us being poor has started. Let's see this. How much steel you gonna... Wow, it has all the wagons. Oh no, he's gonna bankrupt us. Are you at least 50% full? Yes, he is, but... Yeah. Okay, let's enjoy us being bankrupt here. But yeah, like I said, this is the biggest expense we have, so hey ho. Let's see if we're gonna make it. Coffee time for Oolykee. No, we're gonna go bankrupt. I still would like to have some money for us to survive, so I'm gonna go for 90,000 rubles for half a year. So not a lot, just to have, you know, to cover these import expenses. But I still don't think this is gonna be the greatest thing ever, because yeah, it's quite expensive. Anyway, we should be financially. I'm gonna have to monitor this, but let's start a time lapse. First things, I'm gonna go and finish the farm. That should be pretty easy, and then let's be back in 4 to 5 minutes minutes. Usually I'm gonna record this between 15 and 20 minutes off screen. Well, not off screen, time lapse, and that's gonna be like 4 to 5 minutes time lapse. Well, if it's shorter, sorry about that. But see you in 4 to 5 minutes. Right, okay, so let me do one more test here because I have a feeling I messed something up here, and again I blame you guys. Did I try with pumping station here? Because this source is not sending water. The pumping station might be the problem. I can see that they are pumping water underground. So we're gonna do a cheat one here and just build one of these bad boys and see if this is gonna help us resolve this issue, and then we're gonna cover everything that we did so far in this episode. I'm just gonna go and remove this pipe just to be on a safe side, to know that this actually works. So this one and this one, can we pay for this? Thank you. And then this one, can you pay for this one as well? I can't believe that this is working. Dumbass. freaking pumping stations. My bad there. Okay, so this one works. We don't need actual municipal water over here, at least not for now. Okay, chemicals are being produced, they should be. This is the chemicals that's gonna be purifying our water, so we can actually focus on this real quickly. How many of them we have? 18 tons. Do we have this working? Ish, no chemicals, right? Building is without the drinking water, resource missing chemicals, and important tank is at 94% quality of water. That's perfect. Let's see if we can get some vehicles that can transport the chemicals, so that would be covered hulls, unfortunately, but smaller the better, because this is not going to be huge amount of chemicals, but still they need to look like they're actually transporting chemicals. So this one is a little bit too big, I would say. I'll go for something like this, East German or Poland, maybe even Poland. How much does it consume? How many chemicals do you consume at a full? 0.4. Okay, no, definitely the smallest truck can go. So the smallest one, again, covered hull. That's gonna be the Polish one. I'm not using this one enough, so I'm gonna just double click on it to open it. And let's check our finances. 144,000. I'm not sure if you guys appreciate me doing this at night. I can see a little bit better than you. Yeah, all the carrots I ate historically. No, it's just because it's easier to have this on the big screen. So I'm gonna load up on chemicals and deliver it here on water purification plant. And you can wait until unloaded, just in case we're using more chemicals than we need. Okay, I'm gonna speed through the night so we don't, so you guys don't complain that we can't see anything. I hope you, I'm gonna talk about the farm. Farms should be pretty simple. I did extend a little bit of a road here. Actually, you know what? Let's cover all of that when we are back. When we are available. I can see we're gonna see overlays here at least. I'm gonna go and check the workers not working. 1%. 57 people didn't work due to small child. Let's see why is that. Due to small child and 3 kilometers. Where they are? They're still here. We're finishing kindergarten, but this is my worry here. We do have a small kindergarten over here, but that's not gonna be enough. We have a kindergarten over here. This can cover at least the biggest building. So let's construct this kindergarten over there. And then I'm gonna build one more, because I'm pretty sure that this dense area here is gonna require quite a few kindergartens. I'm gonna go for Mr. Robs's medium-sized kindergarten over here. And let's see if I can place it in a nice location. There we go. I think this is decent enough. We're just gonna have to connect it to with the mud roads to any footpath, so we can start construction. And I'm gonna go and there we go. It's automatically assigned. Perfect. So let's talk about what I created at the moment. We're building this kindergarten here that's gonna be covering this neighborhood. We're gonna have more residential areas here. I built this steel mill a little bit further from the city. How are we gonna be supporting this? Now, I probably went on this rant, but I'm gonna just repeat. I am not 100% sure how the cosmonaut unofficial rules work and how the new rules will work, but I'm pretty sure that even you have to limit yourself with exporting, sorry, that you can import anything that you want to consume, so you are not allowed to import stuff and then process it and export out. I'm not playing by these rules. I just wanted to say that this steel mill is not gonna be producing anything for exports. This is only domestic production. Now we're gonna be using our own coal, but I will be importing iron. This is also placed having our own iron production in mind. I was double checking if I can build a railroad in the opposite direction, and you can see here in between these fields I placed I left a lot of space. This is for potential cargo railroad that's going to be delivering iron here. Now bear in mind we have another railroad over here, but this is not for goods. Now Mr. Marcus taught us that you should never use your public transport on the same line as freight. Separate those always, always, always. Now my biggest challenge is making it look good, but I can definitely separate those. So I'm gonna straight away plan for separation of those two. As you can see here, we have a steel mill again over here. We can build even it can be some tunnels underneath the city, future city that we're gonna have here, but also it's not gonna be affecting us at the moment. Again, supplying this steel mill with trains is gonna be challenging, especially because we didn't plan or didn't want to plan for the additional storage areas. So this steel mill, let's cover it real quickly one more time. This steel mill, it has 100 ton coal capacity, but maximum daily consumption of coal is 126 tons. So the trains that are going to be delivering coal here, it's going to be bigger than 100 and it doesn't matter how big it's going to be. It has to be at least, I think, 100 and, well, at least, you know, 100 and 150 to 200 tons. This is what I'm calculating, because it needs to unload and have a little bit more while it's unloading. So 150 to 200 tons is going to be the size of the train, and then hopefully it's going to go back and deliver more coal. We'll see how that's going to work. Maybe we're going to have a second train as well, but I won't focus on that. Iron, on the other hand, it has 100 as well, 100 ton capacity, but it does have 62 tons of iron daily consumption, so it's half of the daily consumption. This one is consuming double the amount of coal. This is again one other thing that is let's see, 24, 100, and it's not double, but it's not double production. It's consuming less, really? Okay, this steel mill is consuming less than vanilla. I didn't expect that. I thought it's gonna be at least like vanilla. Yeah, I'm not happy about this now. Oh, darn. I'm not happy because it's, compared to vanilla, it's a little bit cheaty production, because it requires less iron and coal to produce this steel. It requires less than half coal and less than half iron, and produces more than half steel. So maybe I'm not gonna go for this steel mill, just because it's like, if it was like more than vanilla, I would feel better by using this one. But and the second option we had was this coal fueled steel plant. No, that wasn't the one. The second option was this one here. No, this one here. I think it's this one here. This one, which is quite similar to the one that we're planning. It doesn't have any railroad connections. That's sad-ish, but we probably would have to make our own, you know, coal and iron unloading, which then we can plan for higher capacities. And let me just see how the, you know what, I'll leave this to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So we have this one here. It has, I think, 3 times less, more than 3 times less. Yeah, this one is more balanced compared to vanilla. So if we go for this smaller steel mill, which with maximum capacity with 150 people will be producing 12 tons of steel per day, which is 4,000 steel per year. Again, it's way more than we need at the moment, that we're consuming at the moment, but again, this is early to mid-game. Later on, we're gonna need something bigger. So what do you think about this? Should we plan for this one? Bear in mind that this one is gonna be more expensive, even though it's cheaper. Even though this one is cheaper, it costs 80,000 rubles to build. I thought it was 100. No, the other one is 100. 120. No, still I thought it was... No, this is 110. I don't remember which one I was thinking about when I was planning this, but it doesn't really matter. So what do you guys think? Should we go for the one less cheaty, or should we go for this one? I don't think that the cheatiness is actually a big deal in this case, but with this one we would have to build additional infrastructure, and that infrastructure, even though this is 80,000 rubles, the other one is 124,000, the infrastructure required for this construction is going to be decent. Unloading, railroad unloading stations. Now, I would like to play with these as well. Unloader. I would like to play with these as well. Maybe even get some of these smaller ones and then have separate unloaders. Yeah, like if you... because I wanted to say that the vanilla aggregate unloader is quite expensive. It costs like 60,000 rubles to build. I mean, like, it costs that much to construct as well, because it requires a lot of steel. I'll just go for construction here and show you. It requires 60 tons of steel for the unloader. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of options with unloaders. but I would like to play with some of these. Medium, small, medium aggregate unloader, and what is this one? Medium. They look the same. So I can have a couple of these unloaders and then have a railroad system over here for them to deliver all this iron and coal, first from the border crossing and then later on from the mining areas. So what do you think? Should we go for this one with railroads integrated into it, and a little bit better productivity than vanilla, or should we go for something that has more vanilla, close to vanilla production, and has the it requires additional infrastructure, conveyor belts, unloading stations, and this kind of stuff. This one would give Oolykee a little bit more, you know, run for his money, because I would have to be smart and find out, you know, how we can utilize it the best. But you know, it's all up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Do we go for this one, or we build a little bit more smaller but more realistic steel mill that's gonna be in the same price range? And also, I think it's not gonna be in the range of workers coming here, but that's a different problem that I'm gonna resolve later. I think I'm gonna be supplying more workers soon, so I'm gonna be building something new. Right, that's it. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I hope we did a lot. I mean, like, this is a lot of planning. We need to utilize this planning. Again, the biggest problem is money. Focusing on money is farming, because we're gonna need all these crops to continue our beer production, which can restart now. You can see that our beer production just restarted. Really? Yeah, it's going, all of it is going directly into the tons. Ton is the thing that that is used for mashing the beer. 3 tons, mashing ton, boiling ton, and I forgot the cooking ton. I forgot what the other, fermentation ton. I forgot. Anyway, a long time when I was making on my own beer. But anyway, that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.